Let's discuss authentication and verification methods in Entra ID. When you work on designing the authentication and verification process for user identities, the end goal of the process is to ensure secure and seamless access to organizational resources while minimizing the risk of unauthorized access and enhancing the user experience. User always want convenience, but that's not always possible given the security posture and organizational security practices. So maintaining this balance is the key. On the screen, you can see that when we compare some of the authentication methods against user convenience versus security, we can conclude to some extent that how the given authentication method would be effective and what will be needed to socialize across user communities. Let's explore some of them. Password only authentication offers maximum convenience but at the cost of security. Users simply enter a password to access their resources, but weak or reused passwords can easily be compromised by hackers. In this case, user convenience is high as users are familiar with password and can quickly sign in without additional steps. Methods like password plus hardware token or certificates offer the highest security levels. These methods involve cryptographic keys and physical tokens that are hard to compromise but can be inconvenient for users due to extra steps like carrying hardware tokens or dealing with certificate management. Passwordless authentication methods such as Windows Halo or Microsoft Authenticator represent the optimal point where both security and convenience are maximized. These methods use biometrics or device-based verification to provide a seamless and secure sign-in experience. Ultimately, Entra ID end goal is to eliminate password-only authentication in favor of passwordless authentication methods. This transition will help organizations protect against modern threats while providing users with a frictionless experience and drive towards high security with high convenience as the desired state. In Entra ID, there are a number of authentication methods that are supported, and I have listed all of them on the screen for now. Microsoft keep adding new one to the list or remove the one that may not be sufficient given the cyber threat. So this list is evolving. What is important for you to understand here is that not all the authentication methods supports primary and secondary authentication methods. You can see the primary authentication list for all types of method and some of them has no in it. Means they cannot be used as a primary method to sign into the Entra ID. Likewise, not all the methods support SSPR. SSPR is a self-service password reset. This indicates that even though you sign up for Azure and supply your MFA method at the time of registration, unfortunately for SSPR, you end up redoing again. This also means you can configure different methods of primary and secondary authentication in Entra ID. Considering the MFA plus SSPR security information registration confusion for users, Microsoft started now combined registration mode as well. The combined registration mode for Microsoft Entra multi-factor authentication and self-service password reset simplifies the process of registering and managing security information for users. It provides two main modes such as interrupt mode and manage mode. As name suggests, interrupt mode interrupts users during sign-in, prompt them to register or refresh their security info. Is designed to enforce both MFA and SSPR policies and ensure users are compliant. When interrupt mode enabled, users are prompted when policies enforce MFA or SSPR registration, such as during sign-in or when accessing certain resources. Users are guided to register the minimum required authentication methods based on the organization's security policies. For example, if both MFA and SSPR are enforced, user must register one MFA method such as Microsoft Authenticator and a second method such as phone or email for SSPR. Users may also be required to periodically review and confirm their security info. This will ensure it's up to date. Manage mode allows users to manage their security info directly from their security info page in My Account. Users can add, delete, or change methods. Users can change the default method such as like a switch from phone to authenticator app for MAP, they should ensure their info is up to date. It's all in the user's hand through My Account portal. By default, users must strongly authenticate to register or manage their info. If they have already completed MAP recently, let's say within 5 minutes, they won't be asked to do it again unless they modify sensitive methods like FIDO2 passkey. Sessions for combined registration are valid for 15 minutes. If the process takes longer, user must sign back in to continue. Overall, this combined registration approach ensures that user can easily manage their MAP and SSPR methods in one place, which actually improve both security and user experience.